Hi guys, welcome back to Sisterly Crafts, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. And today we are going to be making these tassels. I have two purple ones. You can make them whatever color you want. And let's get started with your materials. Let's get started. So what you'll need is a ball of yarn. You can use a yarn cake, whatever you would like to make your tassel, and whatever color. I highly recommend choosing your favorite color, because if you're going to put it on your doorknob in your room, I highly recommend doing your favorite. If you're making one for your mom or dad, anyone in your family, you can do their favorite color. So let's get to our materials. We'll need a ball yarn, some scissors. The sharper the better, because if they're sharper, it's way better, because highly it won't cut easily. So if you use those fancy ones, they're not gonna cut well. They are pretty, but I suspect that they're not good. So, and then you'll need a thick book. The thicker the better, because if it's thick, first of all, it's going to be way easier, because then your tassel's going to be better. And then also your book wants to be really bendy, because if they aren't bendy, what happens is that when you pull it off, it's going to be really, really hard. And then that part will be really hard for you. So let's get started. So we're going to take our book and our yarn. So let's get started. We're going to just roll out some yarn and then put it on the edge and just hold it on the beginning. And then just wrap it around. You can do it like, I think, maybe 20 or 30 or 40 if you want to make it extra thick. But it's your choice about how thick or how much and big. And the bigger book, the more bigger your tassel is going to be. So if you have those large books, if you want to make a big one, use that, because I highly recommend that. And so we're going to be just wrapping around like 20 or 30 times. I'm counting in my head. You guys can count aloud if you are younger. And so we're going to be just wrapping around, like, I don't know, 30 or 40 or 20. But I don't want you doing it 5 or 10 times, because it's not going to work out as a tassel then. Because I added about like in this one, it kind of seems like a lot, but it's a little bit. And then when you're done wrapping around your book, you're going to take this strand of yarn and just cut it. And then you're going to get this. Now, guys, this is kind of a hard part, because, well, you're going to have to do something. Now, watch carefully. You're going to take off your yarn that you're holding. Be careful. Take it in the middle of the front, and then pull it off really carefully and slowly. Oh, okay. There we go. And then what we got is this. It looks like a loop. And then that's what we want, because if it's all messy, that means something wrong happened. And let's get more. So hold the part right here like it's straight, and then just cut in the middle. Now be careful, because if you unhold it, it's gonna fall and get all wonky all over. So there we go. And now we're going to put it straight flat on the ground, straight flat, no excuses. Okay, now maybe I was a little bit silly, but pardon me, because I'm silly. So we're going to be getting another piece of yarn. You can cut a piece and then you're going to get it straight and then put it down. And then just tie it 2 times, not once, because then it's going to fall out. And then the whole thing's going to get all messy. So do it a double knot. So let's get this to work with me. All right. Ooh. Ooh. And then when you do it 2 times, you're going to see this extra piece yarn. Now, this is not what you want, so just cut it all the way. Boom. And then we got the straight line, and we won't have to worry anymore. Because if we let go, nothing gets wonky because we tied it. And that's what we want because if we didn't tie it, the tassel whole thing wouldn't work. So okay, we're going to hold that end that we tied and just put it and fold it in half. You can't really fold yarn, but just try to stick with me. And then we got like a really thick amount. And then I highly recommend using a different color of yarn because it's gonna be harder because it'll blend in and then you can't tie it really. Same thing with this one. In the beginning when I made this, I had really trouble tying it because I was using the same purple. So for beginners, I suggest using a different color because it's gonna blend in. It's gonna be hard to tie. So I highly recommend using a different color. I'm gonna be using the same color because I practiced making this like a lot. So, and then we're gonna take our yarn and just get it flat, and then we're gonna get our yarn and just get about a couple amount that you're gonna take, and then just tie. And now, guys, there's something I really need to say to you guys before you tie it. I know I'm tying it right now, but that's because I need to. I don't recommend you guys going ahead and like using the same color. I said that again and again many times, and I'm having technical issues right now because I'm using the same color and it's getting all wonky. But as I said, I'm gonna say something that I really recommend. Right now, you don't want like that tying piece all the way down here, because then it's not going to become a tassel because, well, it's all wonky down there. And back to the video, we're going to be tying 3 times the knot because if you like do it like once or twice, it's not going to stay and everything's going to get wonky and stuff. So tie it 3 times, and then the excess piece just cut all the way. And guys, there is your tassel. Now, guys, before you stop watching, you might want this little hanger like this one, and it's not hard at all, but just listen to me. You will need a new strand of yarn, so like get a pretty long. If you have a big doorknob, I suggest using a lot of yarn, but I'm gonna take some long so I don't really get confused. And then we're gonna take our yarn, and then you see, try to find a hole, and then boom, you got a hole like a donut. And guys, if you're having trouble finding it, just take a random place and just poke it. So, yeah. And then we are going to take our yarn piece and just put it through that hole. Now, we don't want it to be too much in that it gets all wonky. And then after you've done, just take the end piece that you want to tie it once. Now don't pull it. And then tie it one more time inside. Now that might be hard for beginners because they might just pull. So if you're having trouble, just ask a grown-up to help or anything. Okay, now we're gonna tie extra tight. And then boom, guys, we've got our own tassel that we can hang or just have for fun. And I really hope you enjoy my video. And please like and subscribe. And of course, we will post new videos as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.